All right, you guys, what is happening? It is Bill back at the wall of tools, and today we are talking about a sneaky useful tool, kind of funky here, and it is called, I think, looks like they printed this upside down on the box. It is called the Magnepull XP. M-A-G-N-E-P-U-L-L, so Magnepull. I bought the XP model. I don't know that they have a ton of different models, so let's take a look and see what we've got here. Open up inside this nice plastic hard carrying case. There's not too much going on. I think there may have been a few accessories that came with it, but frankly, they're not that useful. So let me show you the two big components of this device. All right, first things first, we have a roller. This is a roller with an extremely strong magnet, and that's what kind of gives this product the go. You can see I've got a little screw stuck to it here. And then it also comes with two of these strong magnet bullets. These are a kind of strong, heavy weighted magnet on this like kind of fat bullet shape. You can see it's got a conical nose here. And then it has this flexible metal tail on it that allows it to oscillate. This over here is the exact same thing. It just has a yellow rubber cap on it to keep these from snapping together hard and cracking them. Okay, so Magnepull, what is it and why do I want it? So this is a product that's designed to help you run cables through your wall. Picture you're putting up your beautiful flat screen TV. You've seen folks that have maybe a stand that allows them to put the cable through, or perhaps you've even seen people just drop the wires right in front of the wall. Obviously, if you are able to put those cables in the wall, like you have the ability to do that, it's going to look a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, and this is going to help you do that. So initially I found this in a YouTube video. This was actually like a home theater technician was saying he uses this a lot of times to put speaker cable in people's walls. He uses it to run video cable, all that sort of stuff. So it made me think, man, this is a pretty cool tool. And I like it's a little innovative. It's a little different than a typical snake that you might see in someone's tool bag that they use to just kind of force things through the wall. So let me show you how it works here. First, you're going to take one of these bullets, and it's awesome that they give you two. I've never lost one in the wall, and so I've really only ever used one. Take one like this. You can tie it to this. You can tie your cable to this little hole here, or what I like to do is I put the cable that I'm trying to run, I grab the end of it and I put it against this flexible tail, and then I tape the two together with electrical tape. That creates a really strong seal where this bullet won't separate from the cable, but also it's nice and flexible, so as this goes in the wall, through and around objects, it's going to bring the cable with it. So you kind of make this little mound of electrical tape around it to connect the two. Then you slide this down into the hole you've cut in the wall. You can imagine you've got a hole saw or something. You're going to run your cables behind your TV. You've got this connected to the video cable. You slide it into that hole, and now it's in the wall, and it's just kind of dangling, right? And then this has a bit of weight to it. So if it were just truly straight down with no obstacles, you could probably let it drop until you get to the hole in the bottom and just fish it out with your hand. But where the Magnepull gets really cool is you have this guy right here. So while this is in the wall and behind, you have to imagine for a second that this is here and behind. Oh, that's tough. You take this roller and you just slowly roll up and down the wall until you find the magnet. Now, if I put these two together outside the wall, it's going to be really powerful. Like, this thing is super strong. You can definitely snap your fingers. I would say that's probably a risk. You'll need that pull to be strong, but you run this roller on the outside of the wall, this bullet goes on the inside of the wall, and as you roll this down, the magnets attract each other, and you pull this down through the wall using this Magnepull. Once you get to the bottom, they basically click together, and then you fish this thing out and you've run your wire. So it's really nice because you don't have to have a single cable that you're fishing through. You can kind of go in any direction because you've got this roller, and it really just gives you that flexibility. And these magnets are crazy strong. Like, really, they are not your run-of-the-mill magnets. I remember this being kind of pricey. I don't recall the exact amount. But I mean, you can see like once it gets on there, I mean, these two guys will really attract each other. And you need every bit of that attraction because, again, you're running around other things. There may be a stud there that you need to move around and through. So it's not gonna, you know, help you run wire through solid wood studs or metal studs, right? You're still gonna have to move around the things you have, but it just gives you that flexibility because anywhere you can put a roller on the wall, you can move your Magnepull and thus your wire. It's a really handy tool, very, very compact, just versatile for lots of different situations. Like I said, it's never happened to me because I use that electrical take setup, but they do give you 2 of the bullets. So if you accidentally drop one in a wall behind a TV where you're basically never gonna get it again, you have a backup. So it's really handy. I would give this product probably like a 9 out of 10. There are times when if you have like a metal stud in the wall, that Magnepull has such a strong magnet, it's gonna wanna stick to the metal stud. And so you now have a situation where the 2 magnets are pulling each other, but then it's also the stud. So you've got a little bit, you gotta kind of swing it away and then recapture it and not too near the metal. So there are a couple times where it's funky, but most of the time if you have a wood stud, it is just really quiche. It does exactly what you'd expect. It's a really small package, so this whole case is really just to protect the magnets. If you bring this near your phone or your wallet, you can definitely demagnetize your credit cards. And so really this whole edifice is just to keep things from directly touching this super strong magnet. It's a really small package. It's really, really light, and it's just a clever design. It's very upscale. Like this is, oh, excuse me here. This is plastic. This is a plastic housing, but it's really thick, really nice. You can see they've got it hogged out here. Heavy duty bolts. It's got a really nice rubber grip finish. Like this is well made. They give you this like rubber coating thing over here. They do give you also a chain that you can stick on the back here and use that to drag your wire. So pretty handy. There are videos available too, but it's really that simple, right? Once you attach your cable, you just run it through and you're good to go. Sneaky useful tool. I bought it honestly probably about 5 years ago, and I wouldn't say I use it all the time. Definitely not every day, definitely not every week, but there's just a routine level of running cables through wire that periodically happens. Putting up TVs, maybe you want to get fancy with the way some power is running, something like that. And you've got this Magnepull. It's great. Obviously, if you have room down to the studs and you're able to just fish things through, that's much preferred. But when you have a finished situation like I do in an existing home, this thing is really clutch, and it definitely does a great job. I'd highly recommend it. Really nice tool to have in your arsenal. I haven't spent a ton of time with just the traditional like fish tape, getting stuff through the wall. I've seen a lot of different designs for that, and I went with the Magnepull, but I'm really curious to see what you guys have found. If anybody has a ton of experience running cable through wall, like I'm just curious what you use. Like I said, I found a theater tech that was using this, but I'm really curious what works well for you. And sometimes the simplest tools are the ones that work the best. So please let me know what you think. Check out the Magnepull. It's really cool. Magnepull, and it's all one word. Comes in a really nice case, and definitely worth checking out. All right, thanks guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.